Hey guys, it's Daniel from needlesspounds.com, and I want to talk to you today about spreadsheets. I have produced and released a number of different spreadsheets on my blog. We go there right now and let's look at it. If you want to know where my spreadsheets are, you can probably whiz all the way down here to the bottom and in the search box type spreadsheet. Yeah, so here's the weight tracker spreadsheet that I guess I originally made. This one is for tracking your weight by week, and it calculates based. You just put in the date and how much you weighed on that date, and it calculates how much you lost that week, how much you've lost altogether, and it calculates the percentage, and it calculates your body mass index, which you have to put in your height for that to work. But a spreadsheet is a great tool for organizing and sharing data. I use spreadsheets to track a lot of things about me, including my weight. I have spreadsheets which track my morning weights. I have spreadsheets which track my weekly weights. Um, let's see. On a recent post, I posted something about the big picture. Yeah. So in this one, this is the sticky I get when I go to the clinic, and it shows the date, my current weight, and then they calculate for me my weekly and total losses. And I plug the data into a spreadsheet for my own purposes. This is morning weights, and then this is clinic weights. So I make graphs and charts so I can see how I'm doing. And to me, it makes a lot more sense when I can see it graphically than if I have to look at it numerically. So this video introduces you to the very basics of using a spreadsheet. This one is just how to record the data, and then in future spring training sessions we'll talk about how to use the data that you've recorded. So to get started with a spreadsheet, you need a spreadsheet program. You can get Google applications for absolutely nothing. If you have a Gmail, you can sign in to your Gmail account, and then across the top you just click the word Drive. And in Google Drive, this is an interface where you can create documents just like Microsoft Office. Now if you have Microsoft Excel or Works or something like that on your computer, feel free to use that, because most of the functionality of Google spreadsheets that I'm going to show you will work exactly the same in Microsoft Excel. So whichever one you're more comfortable with. But I'm showing you Google spreadsheets because it's free and you don't have to pay $100 if you don't have it. So you log into your Google account, you click Drive across the top, and then you go to the Create button, and you can create a bunch of things, but we want Spreadsheet. Now, if you were using Microsoft Excel, what I would recommend you do immediately is to go to File, Save, and save your spreadsheet somewhere. But working in Google, the neat thing is it's automatically saved in your Google account. But you do need to name it. So I just go up here where it says Untitled Spreadsheet. I'm going to put in weekly weights. This is, well, for keeping weekly weights. I use spreadsheets to keep track of money. I use spreadsheets to keep track of weights. I use spreadsheets to keep track of calories. I make meal plans with spreadsheets. I live and die by spreadsheets because it helps me take the emotion out of decisions and be analytical. Yes, I gained 1.2 pounds this week, but if you zoom out and look at the big picture, I'm still on track for my goal weight, that kind of thing. So let's look at the anatomy of a spreadsheet. Each one of these little boxes, you can click on it and you can put stuff in it. And you can put text or numbers or values, any old kind of stuff. And each one of these boxes, if you notice, as I click it, it highlights a number over here and a letter over here. And so it's like the intersection of the C and the 8. And so when you click it, it's actually C8 is its coordinates, or it's called a cell. And so we're in box C8 or cell C8. Don't worry about that right now. Just know that you can click and put stuff in any box. So if I want to say that this is going to be the date, I just type the word date and push enter or click away. Now just like your word processor, you can click on a box. You can say I want this to be bold, and I want this to be centered, and I want this to be underlined. That's not underlined. Maybe you can't make it underlined. I don't know. I bet you can do Command B or Control B, and it would be Control U, that is, and it would be underlined. I'm just making a mess of this whole tutorial. Alas, Control U, it's underlined. I can also do weight. You just click over here and say weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, and push Enter or click away. Now you may not know about the paintbrush. If you click on a cell that's formatted the way you like, and you click the paintbrush, and then you click on another cell, you can paint that formatting right on top of it. So there we go. Date, weight, and you might want to have like notes. If you want to say, well, I took a vacation, and that's why I gained 5 pounds. I'm going to paint that format right across there as well. Click it, click your paintbrush, and click the destination. If I'm going to be putting a date into a spreadsheet, let's say today is April 14th, 2013. I'm going to do 4/14/13 and push Enter. And you may note that it puts in the 2013 for me. You can change the way a value is formatted in a spreadsheet by looking at the various types of formatting possible. You can include dates which have dates and timestamps. You can include dates which are much more or much less detailed. I'm just going to stick with the typical date that we had before. And if I take that format and I paint it across the entire column, now the whole column is a date column. Now weight. I happen to know that right now, based on this thing, that my weight was 191.8. Whoops, there's my spreadsheet. So I could say 191.8. And you can change the way numbers are formatted as well. You can say I have to have a decimal place, I have to have up to 2 decimal places. I'm going to say my weights will always display with 1 decimal place, 191.8. So even if I put in 200 or something, it's going to show up. Well, I haven't yet because I have to paint the format across this whole thing. This number, paint the format down. Whoops, I lost my format. I told you I'm making a mess. I tell you I do this for a living. Yeah, so now anytime I put a number in here like 333, it's going to be 333.0, or 7.14, it's going to just say 7.1 because I've told it that I want these numbers to have 1 decimal place. Okay, I don't weigh 333 or 7.14. I weigh 191.8. Yay is my note. So you can put text, you can put numbers, you can put dates, you can put money, you can put a variety of things. Had this been money, I would have just clicked the money sign and it would have formatted as money. Now I want my notes to be centered. There we go. So you can start a spreadsheet, you can call it weekly weights, and you can go ahead and say, well, what's next? The next week is going to be 4/21. And I can do 4/28, etc., etc., etc. I'm going to stop there for now and encourage you to create spreadsheets to track everything you want to track in the world, whether it is what your grocery shopping list is going to be, what your meal plans are going to be, what you currently weigh, how much you're budgeting for this vacation you're going to go on. Make sure that you put 1 value per box, because later we're going to learn how to do math with these things. If you have multiple values in a box, then the math gets harder. And also, format them so they look good. You can change, I'm a big fan of changing the background color so that the text is actually going to be white and the background color is going to be black, so that it looks like that, and you know to type into the white places and don't type in the black places. You can also say that you want this thing to have some lines on it, and you can set the colors of the lines, and you can set the thicknesses of the lines. Make a good looking spreadsheet. So this is my introduction to spreadsheets. There are going to be many more after it, but this is your introduction. Get going with this, come back. If you have any questions, post them below in the YouTube video or on the blog in comments. Again, my name is Daniel. My blog is needlesspounds.com. And Look forward to talking to you soon about more spreadsheet stuff.